Let's start this video off with a shot of my place from the harvester, taken a few years ago. Welcome back to the rest of the story, guys. This video is a little different than what we've done in the past, and granted this is my first time doing this, and it's not going to be happening very many times. At least I don't believe so. But I found a bunch of old footage, and I'd like to just sit and kind of talk to you while it's running. This one, going on right now, it's kind of hard to see what's going on. But my friend Ryan, that we've helped numerous times in the past, is currently ahead of me, and we're both actually chisel plowing at his place late at night. It's kind of he helped me do some work, and I was helping him back by, we actually knocked out a bunch of his chiseled ground he had to do last spring in a short amount of time. I think we only took, about an hour to do it. But overall, what we have are a bunch of pictures that I've come across. Say this one right here is the last job that my grandpa's 4230 did. That was the night before they cleaned it up for the auction. And there it is again on the chopper box hauling silage in. Say, well, this is my grandpa's chisel plow on the 7600, and the next one is the 4640. This is just shortly after my dad actually bought it. And we got a bunch of pictures coming up, but this right here is the last chiseling I ever did with my grandpa's 4440 and his chisel plow. This is like early November, and I end up finishing chisel plowing in the snow. And that was our tractor fleet for the first year we started farming after Grandpa passed. But getting back to what I'm doing here is I found a bunch of videos, or a handful of videos, and some pictures that I have on file from years before. So everything you're seeing has never been posted in the past. That it's never been on Ryan's channel, and I've never posted it myself. I don't believe anywhere. I'm letting you guys in on a little secret. I was actually starting to gear up to start my own YouTube channel fall of 2016, and you know how life gets in the way, and we started to slow down field work wise, and you know how it goes, that we all know that once winter gets here, I'm gonna have a hard time kind of keeping ahead of keeping videos up anyway, because things slow down and gradually things just become monotonous, and I kind of am trying to steer away from having to do that. And I kind of fell out of the idea of starting a YouTube channel again. And if you can't see that, that's actually Brittany riding on the floor of the 82 with me at 2 o'clock in the morning. She came home from work and came out and rode with me. So that's the quality of a good woman there, guys. If you're ever wondering what it takes to find a good woman, or what you should be looking for. But as far as YouTube goes with me, Ryan just said it in passing again this spring. I think I was on one of his live streams, and people were really pushing me to maybe start a channel. And I guess just as quick as that live stream was over, I went home and actually kind of dusted off my YouTube account and started the process of kind of getting used to the program as far as shooting video and getting used to talking to myself as I'm doing right now. It's currently midnight at night. I'm waiting for my wife to get home. And also, for those of you that don't know him, that's actually Ted. He was a whole 40 pounds when I found him. He wasn't even supposed to be born. He was out of one of my fat heifers. She dropped him the morning I went to go load her into the trailer, and he got stepped on. He had a compound fractured foot. And if you guys can see that we really hate our animals around here. Say, this is the cow that I actually end up saving out of the last group of fat heifers I did. That I bought as feeders, 500-pound feeders, and I finished them out as fats. You can kind of see in this video here as to why I was persuaded to keep her around, because she's so docile. I can still do this with her. And she's actually in my house pasture right now. She had her first calf this spring. But yeah, I actually really do miss having bred cows. And there's your faithful Howell Farms work host. back when he was in high school, middle school, high school maybe. No, he would have been middle school. But here's we got a video of Ryan filling up one of the grain carts. We were up at, I'm gonna call it a satellite farm, but it is and it isn't. But what we're doing is we actually have the augers set up and we were selling corn directly out of the field. This is back in 2014, and what we had to do, you do what you have to get the job done. And we only had the green cart of my dad's right here in this video for the first year. So what we ended up doing is we actually had to fill both wagons and the grain cart plus the combine, and that's what it took to get a full semi-load, because in the fall they take off, or they up the road restrictions for semis so they can actually haul more weight, so we can move more of our grain in the fall. So that made for a very long season, because it was a lot more dinking around and trying to get everything to work the way you want it to. And we were kind of, well, technically that was our first year crop farming without having a dairy operation to worry about, and it took a little bit of getting used to, and having that much more corn and soybeans to take care of that year was kind of a shell shock for us. We upped our acres for corn and beans considerably that year, because back when my grandpa was alive, I believe we had 250 acres of hay, and we went from 250 acres down to 40 acres the first year. And then we dropped that down more yet, down to 30. And I believe right now we're back up to 40 with the new seeding. That corn just sure does look pretty though, doesn't it? Say, I don't see hardly any residue or stalks or anything in it. That 9510 of my combine of my dad's actually does a really nice job. She is starting to get a little bit of wear and tear on her, and yes, we've talked about needing another combine, but seems like we're actually a pretty young operation, and we have a long list of things we need, and you kind of have to pick and choose what you want or what is necessary around the farm. I do have some more photos and videos I have to kind of sift through. I kind of forgot about them until tonight, and this is literally just a heck. I can do this real quick. Why not? And if you watch, Ryan gets a little smart with the 46 when he goes to pull away. Granted, this is our first fall with the 4642. And he rolls coal. A lot of people like that tractor. And we do too, don't get me wrong. And with this next clip here, we're actually winding down. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not very good at narrating these videos like this, but if you can look at Ryan over there, he's actually filming me, filming him. And it was a pretty short clip. And this is Brittany coming and spending time with me after she's all dressed up from work. Oh, this is the calf barn last winter. I had 70 calves in there. And this is one of the little baby calves up at the sales barn right before I bought him, actually. I was kind of looking him over. But I'm going to end this video right now. After this one is actually a picture of my Grandpa Keen. He's the one I talk about so much. And with that, take care, take it easy, keep in touch, guys.